The debate is still raging on. The outcome of the presidential and parliament elections of 18th February. The incumbent and the NRM presidential candidate Yoweri Museveni was declared the winner with 60% of the vote, while his closest rival FDC's Dr. Kizza Besigye garnered 35% of the votes cast. A number of university dons and researchers converged at the Center for Basic Research in Kololo, Kampala, to take stock of the elections. Each of the academics have written a paper on the election under the urges of the Center for Basic Research, and they were debating their work on the just concluded elections. One after another, they expressed fear that President Yoweri Museveni's new term of office will increasingly see autocracy, a system of government by one person with absolute power, exhibited.
Well, electoral autocracy means that the same group of people have the machines or the mechanisms or the machinations to keep power from others. It may be democratic or may not be democratic. Most of the autocrats, people who desire to stay in power, do not allow democracy the way we understand it thrive, because first of all, they do not allow term limits, for example.
The tendencies that we see and what the results have proved is that the elections, of course, are skewed to the incumbent.
They are professors, that's all right, but they also have political opinions. They have where they fall politically. But otherwise, unless they are saying that President Museveni is an autocrat by law, I wouldn't understand what they mean, because President Museveni is a president by elective mandate. So unless the professors are saying that the Ugandan law is autocratic, the constitution is autocratic, I would not be able to understand how else President becomes an autocrat when he is doing everything according to the law.
But a retired assistant bishop of Kampala, Zach Nyiringiye, who is now a civil rights activist, cautioned the academics on documenting what transpired during elections.
Is it possible that we could legitimize a fraud by discussing a fraud? Because let me tell you what I'm worried. That this book is going to be published, is it in a month's time? The test that this book is serious is that it will be banned. That's the test. And that the academicians who've written these papers will be will be corrected. Professor Makara should be the first one.
Because why would it not be allowed unless they are going to write subversion?
Makerere University Law Don Professor Oloko Nyango blamed civil society organizations and donor community, claiming that they have failed to deliver on their responsibility. According to Professor Nyango, NGOs and civil society in Uganda have been toothless in the face of repressive state.
Even the human rights movement doesn't talk about torture in the Special Forces group, for example. Okay, yet we know that there's serious questions there. Torture within the UPDF, questions where there are serious questions around human rights violations taking place even within the UPDF. And you can clearly see now with the battle between General Tumukunde and General Ramirama on the other hand, and General Katuma Wamala on the other, that there are problems in the UPDF, and these are manifesting themselves.
But the academics also urge that the opposition in Uganda has failed to design strategies to counteract the overbearing NRM regime that has entrenched itself for 30 years with no exit plans. Jjingo Francis, NTV, Weekend Edition.